advertisement triggered concerns of racism after someone vandalized a poster in New York. The poster features a male model wearing a turban and a full beard. NBC Bay Area's Stephanie Trung is at a Sikh temple in Fremont. And Stephanie, 99% of the people who wear turbans in the U.S. actually are part of the Sikh religion, correct?
That's right, Diane. And as you know, we've got a pretty big Sikh community here, not just in Fremont, but throughout the Bay Area. Some telling me tonight here at the temple and elsewhere that this defaced Gap ad shows that the understanding of what Sikhism is all about here in the U.S. still has a long way to go.
Seeing someone like with the full beard, full turban.
It was the first time After Singh saw someone who looked like him in an ad like this.
It was just something to be proud of as a Sikh.
But just a few days later, the Gap ad was back in the spotlight, this time because someone had replaced make love with make bombs. Perhaps the saddest reality of all, Singh says he wasn't surprised.
I've seen things like this happen to us, since 9/11.
The 20-year-old grew up in Fremont, but says even here he was bullied in school, especially when 9/11 hit. He was in the 3rd grade.
Since 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, those 3 years were really tough. Growing up as like a kid with the only turban in school. So it used to be, people used to pull it off.
It was there we go again.
Mandeep Dhillon, a Bay Area entrepreneur, says day to day the frustration hits as people continue to misidentify the Sikhs as Muslims. In fact, a turban myths study released in September by Stanford and the Sikh American Legal Defense and Education Fund found that 70% of Americans who responded could not identify a Sikh man in a picture. Most of them, 49%, thought the man in a turban was a Muslim.
It really is just a reminder that even as a society over the last decade, we haven't really come very far. Right,
Which is why Dhillon produced this documentary, The Sikh Next Door, post 9/11. But he says the Gap ad shows there's some progress, albeit slow, in understanding his religion for what it is, rather than what it is not.
We are just as American as anybody else, and actually not that bad looking either.
And Gap responded quickly to the vandalized ad, replacing it with a new one. The company also changed its Twitter background. A lot of this happened through social media. Changed its Twitter background to that ad featuring the Sikh model, a move that drew plenty of praise from Sikh American groups, including those right here in the Bay Area. Live in Fremont tonight, Stephanie Trung, NBC Bay Area News.
Stephanie, thank you. There is new video tonight on the scene where a police helicopter